I'm going to pull this over. Okay, I don't need that. Okay. And I just typed in the first comment so it would pop up. You see that yet? Karen, you're on. Hi. You're the first person. Hi, Lisa and Linda. Zara, love your name. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I clicked on to get on exactly at 7 o'clock and it's working. But if I'm going to see your comments, hi, Bobby's Papercraft. Michelle, can you mute it? We're going to have some echo here until there she goes. My daughter had to mute the video. I have my handy assistant, Michelle, over here on another computer watching. So if I miss a question, hi, Carol from Australia. Thank you for all you internationals who are staying up late or getting up early, I should say, to get on the stream. I have to put some glasses on to see you. Hey, Martha, Carrie, and Rose's Creative Way. Hi, everybody. So, yeah, live with the llama. There you go. Live with the lolly. It's kind of like live at the Met, you know. Thank you, Karen. Yeah, so I have done Facebook Lives. This is my first YouTube Live, and it is kind of cold and dusty in the basement, so I may need to do some tea here. And so eventually I would like to do a few YouTube Lives where we're actually doing a craft time, but I thought I would start off with just some chat this time. So I'll give you a little bit of a history of my YouTube channel development and how it all got started. And I was wanting to do a video about this topic, and I thought I'll just go live, and then you can ask questions. Hi, Illinois. I'm from Indiana, but Northwest Indiana, way Northwest, Hammond, just outside Chicago. So, yeah, the time change does help for some. Okay, so many of you know that years and years ago, in the late 90s, I was a stamping demonstrator for DOTS, dozens of terrific stamps. And hi, Costa Rica. And DOTS has since become close to my heart. So I was a demonstrator for that company. And I did stamping and stamping and stamping. And it was all card making mostly. I did experiment with some other things. And Canada, hi, Canada. Eventually, you know, you can get burned out if you're just in the same craft over and over again. And I just felt like I got too busy because my business was taking off. I was signing up people under me. And I was really getting burned out, and I started having to give a lot of parties away to my downline because I just couldn't keep up with it. Hi, Montana. So eventually, I just had to resign from selling close to my heart, and I started doing classes in my basement because people still wanted workshops, and so I started doing workshops. And Mississippi and Florida. Hi, guys. Hi, Denise. I see you on here. And so I did that for a while. And then I even, you know, what happened was September 11th, the attack on the United States stopped a lot of people from purchasing anything for quite a while, anything that was considered not necessary. And I just kind of folded up my whole teaching classes in my basement business that I had going on. Oh, there's Legendary Mermaid, guys. That's my daughter who is helping me right now. She just now commented. And for me to type, I have to get my hands way up here, so it's hard for me to type. Anyway, I kind of got out of the paper crafting for a few years. And a lot of it was health related too. And then in the fall of 2014, I was in the grocery store and I saw something called a smash book. I don't know if any of you are familiar with those. And I thought that was really cool. And I bought it and I played around with it and I fell in love. And that's when I started looking on YouTube because I figured somebody is bound to have been doing videos about these smash books. They're so cool. And so I did 2 of them. And that's when I started my YouTube channel. If you look on, yeah, Krista, they are. I still, you know what I did? You know how Confessions of a Guilty Crafter. You find something, you get interested in it, you buy them all. Well, I discovered TJ Maxx had them really cheap. And I think I have a bin that's huge filled of empty Smash books because I got all excited about them, and then it was like, oh, look at that craft. Oh, look at that craft. And so pretty soon I got distracted and I haven't been doing any smashing. So that's me. But anyway, so if you look at my channel statistics, it says I've been on YouTube a lot longer than I have, but that means that I started an account with them, but I didn't actually start filming until November of 2014. And that's when I also started watching Crafty videos. I hadn't watched them. Ollie's sold them cheap too. I'm not sure I'm familiar with that. Anyway, I love to craft. I love to teach. I've crafted all my life, and I've, chased different venues. But I always came back to paper, and paper seemed to infiltrate all my different crafts. So I also thought it'd be really great to get online and meet some crafty friends. So I started researching and looking on Facebook, and yeah, there were Smashbook groups, and I started joining groups, and so I started my first videos in November 2014, and I thought how cool it would be to get like 250 subscribers. That was huge. To me, 250 subscribers would be just awesome because I didn't even know I wasn't really thinking this was going to be. Hi, Fort Worth, Bubbly Bows, I recognize your channel. I thought that YouTube would, I wasn't thinking of revenue. I was just thinking it would be a great, fun thing to do. And so I started looking at YouTube videos on crafts, and here's this trend I noticed. I would open up a new channel for the first time, and I would see their videos were craft haul, de-stash, craft haul, de-stash, craft haul, de-stash. So I think that kind of formulated my idea that I wanted to spend more time on tutorials. So Lynn, a smash book is it's like photo album journal type thing. I was going to get one out and it was just kind of buried, so I didn't get one out. But it's every page is a different color. It's already bound, and so you basically, it's the idea of scrapbooking without it trying to look too gorgeous. It's just memory keeping. Throw in a photo, journal here, things like that. So yeah, Bubbly Bows, it's still a lot like that. So I didn't, it's still a lot like that when it comes to craft haul and de-stash videos. So I do some craft haul videos. I tried to make that not the focus of my channel. So I also noticed on a lot of videos, I felt like a lot of them were a half an hour video that could have been 10 minutes maybe. And so that kind of developed my desire to keep my videos down time-wise. Many of you graciously, and thank you so much, many of you have said, oh, I really wish your videos were longer. But even on the videos that you say that on, I will still get a comment saying this was way too long and I was bored. So we don't know. We do know statistically it's better when we do keep the videos a little shorter. And so I just felt like if I got to the point, if I cut my paper ahead of time maybe, or that kind of thing. I got started. I didn't know how. I'd had really bad lighting. I had a really bad camera. I didn't know how to edit videos. My wonderful daughter, who is Legendary Mermaid on this chat right now, she saved my hiney many times because I was learning. Oh, it's Microsoft Movie Maker, Michelle? Yeah, Microsoft. It's Movie Maker is what I was using. But for those of you who have hope, it's not the same as it used to be. If you don't have, hi Illinois, if you have Microsoft and you want the Movie Maker, they have changed it. It was a decent free software, and now they decided that they're not going to support it anymore. So now I have it, and I'm not going to let go of it if I can help it. But the new version, it looks like my first video editor by Fisher Price, if that tells you anything. It's got ads everywhere, and it's way too basic to be ridiculous even. So, but anyway, so she was helping me vid it in the early stages, and I would get frustrated and call her down, and she would help me. Anyway, yeah, Bobby, yeah. There's a lot of craft projects, craft supplies out there by Fisher Price, I think. So I just felt like I was scared. I was intimidated by all these things. I don't know how to do all these things, but I thought I'm going to start with what I have and I'll learn as I go. And my lighting was a really big issue for me. If you go back to my very first videos, you will see they're very fuzzy, grainy, and just dark, not very bright and clear at all. And it turns out I just need to get rid of my camera and use my cell phone. You know, my cell phone is way better than the cameras that I have. So I also decided to be kind of careful about product reviews. Obviously, I want to be honest. And I do now get a lot of offers from companies that they want to send me a free product and have me try it out. And seriously, folks, some of the stuff I have been asked, well, yeah, sure, I wear reading glasses, but people want to send me reading glasses and have me review them. Well, what does that have to do with my channel? I don't think my viewers want to watch me review a pair of reading glasses. I think these are probably Walgreens. I don't know what they are, but they've got polka dots. They're really cute. Can you see them? Polka dots. There you go. So I've been asked to review baby water shoes. I don't even know. I don't even have words for that. Anyway, that company's reached out. That company has reached out to me a couple of times. Hi, Sim. Anyway, so I decided early on to be careful with that kind of stuff. Yeah, when was that? I've gotten a couple of those emails now, and if you ignore the companies and they send you another email, we know you're busy, but we still want to know if you want some baby water shoes. Yeah. It's like, I don't even have a baby, okay? So my overall style, I love to craft, I love to design. I actually love designing more than embellishing, if that makes sense. I love the idea of if I could figure out a pattern on how to make something, that's what really floats my boat. I don't usually research to see if there's already a video out on something that I believe I came up with, because how do you research something that you just think you invented when everyone calls it something different? Like I invented something called a pocket notebook instead of a traveler's notebook so that you wouldn't use elastic on it. Well, how would I research that to see if anyone has ever done anything like it? Because they wouldn't call it the same thing I did. So there is that, but I do try really hard to, give who inspired me or who gave me the inspiration to go down a different route. So, about channel growth, I do look at the analytics sometimes, but not too much, because I don't want to get bogged down in that, like, get all upset and tense because, my viewers don't watch all my videos all the way through. What can I do? And so we need to enjoy ourselves and not be bogged down too much by the statistics and the analytics and all that. So any of you thinking about starting a YouTube craft channel, or you have one and you're wanting to grow, hold on. I just have a couple of ideas to help you get going. And I've helped people before, given them ideas. What's that behind me? Well, I have a whole bunch of stuff behind me. Things that I've painted, fabric boxes. All these boxes here are cardboard, and I have just done Mod Podge. And I think I'll put that one back in there, crooked. I just Mod Podged and put scrapbooking paper on them, and on this one here, and that's a fabric. This is a banner that Jackie gave me, and she is such a good crafter. And there's my Hello Kitty, my little adipose toy right there. I have a lot to look at back there. I know. I need to go through my magazines. I still have a lot of craft magazines. Hi, Anne. And hi, Deb. So anyway, as far as I love seeing channels grow. And so I've seen channels and I say, girl, you are going to grow. Dude, you're going to be awesome. A couple of points, though, people have asked me for advice. If they do, here's some of the things that I've shared with them. Be careful about your channel name. Because it shouldn't be so long that on any video, it only has the first 3 words. So if it's like my crafty adventure and family life beyond now, it just is too many words and it cuts it off in the title and people don't know what your channel name is. Plus, it also just needs to be kind of concise. 2 or 3 words are better. Hi, Donna. Anyway, so just getting here. Hi, Patricia. Thank you for coming. And also, if your name is not in your YouTube channel, and those of you who are just now joining in, don't forget you can watch this when it's uploaded as the replay. But if you have a Crafty channel and your name, like my daughter's channel is Legendary Mermaid, if she was going to do something in which she wanted people to know her, she should introduce herself at the beginning of all her videos saying, "Hi, this is Michelle." So do that so people get to know you. But the biggest tip I can give you on your channel, I had suspected this, and then I did find articles to verify this, and that is you need to specify on your channel a certain topic. Like, I mean, I'm crafts, I'm all over the place, I know, but it is crafting. So a coffee cup, is it this one? Is this one, Tina?
That's Christina said it's 3:14 a.m. there. So I was asking if you wanted coffee.
Yeah, you need a big coffee cup. Anyway, so you need to focus on your YouTube channel if you want it to grow. And that's because YouTube considers you an expert in your field if all you do is craft videos. If I decided to diversify and make my channel about, I'm sorry, something really cute distracted me. I'm like, what's this colorful thing? So if I wanted my channel to be about crafts and my vacations and my dog, I don't have a dog, but I'm just making a point here. Yeah, I am moving back and forth, Corinne. But right now I'm talking about you growing your channel instead of me growing mine. But then I stop now and then and I look at some comments and then I start answering them. So that's the thing about live. It's very distracting. But back to focusing on your channel. If I have 3 different topics that I'm trying to specialize in on my YouTube, I am no longer considered an expert by the YouTube algorithms. It's all automated. So, squirrel, thanks, Bobby. So if I do a video on making a paperclip charm, and I'm just starting another one right here, and you also do a video on making paperclip charms. We release the videos the same time, but I also do videos on my vacations, and I do videos about my dog. Your video will rank higher in YouTube's suggested videos for people because you're an expert, because all you do is craft videos. So when you diversify too much on your channel, that's just it. YouTube considers you not to be an expert in your field. So if you can focus and not try to diversify, it would really help your channel grow, because most of your views actually come from YouTube suggesting your videos to people. Thank you, SV Sweets. Hello, Lori. So it's really critical. It's okay. And a lot of times if your channel grows really well, people do like to see a little bit about your personal life. So now and then, maybe you can inject a really short video about having fun with your dog, but that really should not be the mainstream of your channel. Specific category to have them under. Do you mean the videos, Live to Learn, Dana? So, right, what you can do is you can have a different channel for each focus. I can have a channel for my vacations and I can tell you about it, or I can have a channel about my dog. So I think you mean maybe specific category. I think you mean a playlist. You can create playlists for different things, and I have playlists for paper clips, playlists for pocket letters, etc. But that's still diversifying on one channel. You really need to break those other non-crafty subjects off of your channel. It would help you grow. How do you use a planner? Rebecca asked, how do you use a planner? Hi, do you? Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm glad okay, I'll have to come back to that. Use a planner. Okay, because I want to finish what I'm talking about right now. So yeah, you can change your name. Wendy, looking at your Wendy's Sweets channel name, I would assume that your channel is that you're into cake decorating, cookie decorating, cupcake, edible arts maybe. So that's what I would assume, looking at your channel name without knowing anything. So yeah, nope. So that's just an assumption conclusion that I would jump to. Okay, total crafting. Ooh, that sounds good too. Of course, they won't let you do it if someone else already has the title, but right, where to start a channel. When you go to YouTube, at the top right, it would say log in, and that's all it is. You're just logging in with your Google account. Like if you have a Gmail account, it's the same thing. And that's an account. And then there are videos on just how to start a YouTube channel. I would Google that. Well, search on YouTube, how to start a YouTube channel. And if you're also wanting to know some of the busy behind the scenes work on how to get views and all that, you can look at YouTube creators. They have a whole slew of YouTube tutorials for you. So I already covered that, but don't fret when you start a channel. Like yours says news and policies. Mine says news and policies, or I don't know. Huh.
Live to Learn Dana had.
Oh, I see.
What category your channel is in. Like,
oh, right. And you know, when I set up my channel, I didn't know what I didn't know what I was putting it under, because it was just I was starting an account and I wasn't planning on making videos. So I don't even know what mine says. I think it says entertainment, but I'm not sure I'm that entertaining, but I don't know what categories they are. I need to visit that and see if I can change it or update it. But a lot of people don't want to start YouTube channel because they're afraid. They don't know how to edit. They don't know how to put a camera set up. I didn't have a camera set up. And the point is to start where you are and expand. A lot of people have their phone strapped to a stick between a pile of books and it's hanging out over their table. That's how they record. So you can always do that. How does YouTube know the content of vacation versus dog versus crafts? It just means boy, I don't understand all the analytics, but they do know that basically a lot of it has to do with your tags, your titles, your tags that you're putting under your video. For those of you who don't know, when we put up a video, we put all the words that we want to tag the video. So if you're searching for paper clips, you would find paper clips by searching for my video. So if I'm putting dog, pet, golden retriever, all that, and not putting craft, paper craft, scrapbooking and all that, then they know by the tag it's not a craft video. The video shows news and policies. Okay, maybe it's because it's a live stream that is showing that. But the other thing is, I just want to offer a lot of encouragement, because I think I have seen people who get very discouraged, their feelings get hurt, and they just want to close their entire channel because they just got their first negative comment or their first thumbs down. I love your crafty, your crafty ethics video. I'll get back to that too. Thanks, Tina, for reminding me. But don't get upset. Don't allow the negative, rude people to ruin you or ruin your enjoyment of crafts and of videos, because it will happen. This is social media. This is the internet. People are going to go on there and say rude, nasty things under some weird account number name. It's easy to set up a new account on YouTube. The worst, nastiest, foulest, negative comment I ever got was from someone who called themselves John Doe. So, I mean, they're hiding under false names and they can say whatever they want. And so, yes, you can block those people. I'm just saying, just don't let that ruin your love of crafting. I have met so many wonderful people. I have really good friends that I met through crafting, through YouTube, through Facebook. And I've become friends with so many of the big YouTube channel people whom I met through watching their channels and thinking, oh, this person is so wonderful. And I got to meet them. And that outweighs all those negative comments. You have to realize it's going to happen. People are not going to like your camera angle. They're not going to like your lighting. And when I say people, I mean there will be one or two. It's not the majority. It's just enough. There will be people that give you thumbs down. There will be people complain about the sound. There'll be people complain about your hands, your jewelry, your voice, but that's not our focus. So just roll it off. And for the most part, yes, I agree. Live to Learn. It's an awesome community, and that's what you have to focus on. Don't allow yourself to focus on the negative. I mean, it was about in 1980. I think about 1985, someone told me I had ugly hands, and that has stuck with me all these years. And so you don't let that say, well, I can't do a video because my hands are ugly. Just get yourself out there. We all have different skin types and hand types. Get out there. Thank you, Corinne. So going back to one of the questions was, do I use a planner or a journal? I do, and I'm all over the place. I use traveler's notebooks. I mostly. I have planners, and I have a whole video playlist for those. So if you, when you go to my channel, look across the little bar and then it says playlist. You can look for one that says lollies, planners, and journals. And that also helps me to keep more focused about my goals and maybe some ideas I have coming up. I don't edit. My grammar is terrible. I keep going, there you go. I just do it. I try to correct it when I realize I've made a grammatical error because I know people will catch it and see something. And then about the ethics video, years ago, and maybe it was only a couple of years, I did a video called, who remembers Crafty Copycats? It was something like that. Okay. So the reason I did that was not because I was tired of people copying me or copying others, but really I was having so many friends who were being accused of stealing other people's ideas that it was creating a big rift, and they were very upset and they just wanted to quit doing videos. And I felt it opened up the conversation for a lot of opinion, and just researching that. I took the video. It had a lot of views. I didn't take it down. I made it private so it can't be found anymore. And the only reason was that I was contacted by an attorney who said, basically, even though you say in your video you're not giving legal advice, you are giving legal advice, and you need to not do that. And, I went to school for many years to learn what I do, and you shouldn't give legal advice. And that definitely was not it definitely was not my goal, was to give legal advice. I basically was trying to discuss etiquette or kindness in the crafting community. That's what I was looking at. So basically my goal is to redo that video, and I may even call it the same name, but it's just that I'm not going to discuss the legality of whether you're stealing or copywriting or any of that. Hi, Sandra. Put gloves on. There you go.
T Love 2007 asked, will you be doing more of your crafts gone by?
Crafts gone by. Yes, thank you. That's my daughter is helping me here because I'm missing some of the questions. Crafts Gone By, for those of you who don't know, is another one of my playlists where I go through crafts that I used to do and have quit, but I still have the remnants of them in my house. I have a couple more that I am planning on doing, but after a while you run out of old crafts because I'm still doing most of them. Okay, so yeah, I think the Rose's Creative Way. Thank you for remembering the video. So back to the ethics, I just think it's important. And who am I to say what is ethical? Basically, it's just being a kind human being, right? And giving credit, or the cases in which I was talking about my friends being accused of stealing. It was cases in which they hadn't stolen someone's idea. Like, for instance, I'll give you one example and then I'll move on. One friend posted a craft she had made, and someone commented, well, I'm so glad you were inspired by my video. And she said, no, I was inspired by my 7th grade teacher who taught me how to do this. So we can't always assume that just because we did something and someone else did it later on, that they got the idea from us. It just doesn't happen. I did a video, a flat pen tutorial, and I saw a photo of someone making them out of washi tape, and I thought, I could do that with cardstock. So I did a video, and it was way after I did my video, I saw that there was another video of cardstock that was made before I made mine, and I didn't realize it was out there. It wasn't intentional. I did reach out to her later and say, I wish I had seen your video, and I would have given you some credit. So there's nothing new under the sun. You're right, Sybil. And do unto others, Krista. You're right. Treat others with respect, and that's the main thing about that. So, but all this is just coming down back to about putting YouTube videos up. Not to fret, and you probably will be accused of copying, and you will have others take your ideas. I had a video. Israel, hi Daniel. And Daniel, you're one of the ones that won one of my giveaways. I remember that mailing to you in Israel. So anyway, I keep looking at these comments and I get sidetracked. So one other thing about monetization on YouTube that I do want to cover, and that's that YouTube recently changed their rules, and a lot of people were very upset. But they did it for our sake, and I'll explain why. And that is, hi, Isabella. They changed it so that you can, by monetization, it means you can earn money on the ads on your YouTube videos. You, as a YouTuber, can put ads on your videos. It's up to you. Each individual video you can select to put ads on it. And so if I do a video saying this is what's new in my shop, which I have a new one coming out soon, I don't put ads on there. I feel I'm already advertising products. I don't need to also put an ad on there. So that's called monetization. And how much we make per ad, it's pennies. And you have to watch at least 30 seconds of the ad. And we're not allowed to watch our own ads, by the way. Shoot. Anyway, but you cannot make money on YouTube until you have 1,000 subscribers. And that seems like an awful lot. And people who had just under 1,000 subscribers were hurt by that. And I realized that. But the reason that YouTube did this is because when I put up a video, and this just happened to me recently, when I put up a video, even though I watermark it, down in the, the bottom right corner, right here, on the bottom right corner is my little logo right here. It's watermarked. There's a way that people can download my actual video and upload it as their own. And I had that happen, and they even took off my watermark. And so the reason people do that is they're thieves, they're scammers. They cannot. Thank you, Bobby, for watching. And especially if you can watch, really what helps us is to watch the video all the way to the end. Back to the scammers and thieves, they can steal my video, upload it on their channel as their own video. They can even take off the beginning where I say, hi, this is Lolly. And so what they do is they're trying to earn money from running ads on my video on their own channel. And that is why YouTube changed it so you can't earn money until you have 1,000 subscribers and you have what is the rule here? Is it 4,000 hours of watch time per 12 months? Something like that. I think those, Sybil, you might remember the amount of watch time you have to have. And people were scrambling to get the watch time in, even though they had the subscribers. So what that did was effectively stop someone from opening, thank you, Sybil, they stops them from opening a YouTube channel, stealing everyone's videos, putting ads on them, and making money immediately because they don't have the subscriber base. And so fortunately, what YouTube also does is they can actually analyze video content. I don't know how they do it. I'm not that tech savvy. They analyze the content and they messaged me and said, 2 people have stolen your videos. We think, are these your videos? And they were 100% stolen. It wasn't like they took a segment of this video that I'm doing now and used it in their video under fair use as a way of explaining something. They stole my whole video to make money off of it. And so I said, yes, those are my videos, and YouTube took them down. So that's why you can't make money until you have 1,000 subbies. But there's so much help out there on YouTube if you Google or search how to grow on YouTube. The reason I want to do this video for you today is because I think it's hard to find information on growing channels for crafters. I think it's a different world for us, isn't it? I mean, there's it's like the rules, or when they talk about how to grow your channel, they don't apply. Yeah, there are crafty videos on Facebook without trademarks, and it is sad that someone would steal. It is not cool, but it happens. Hi, Craft On. So there's a lot of help and support, but I just wanted to put, can you change the name of your, yeah, I think so. Name of your YouTube channel? Is that what you're asking, Tina? I think so. Michelle, do you know for sure? Do you know?
I believe so, yeah.
I think you can change your, and Sandra's saying yes as well. I believe you can. Now, one of the things is when I first set up my YouTube account, you can change it one time. There you go. So when you, when you set up your account, your name and your URL. I know that I wanted Palooza because that's what I was using when I was teaching crafts in my basement. Okay. And they said, you can't have that. You can't have the URL.